Mastering productivity when you work from home. I have worked from home since several years before COVID happened. So when that happened, I was just like, what's the big deal? I'm already here. But a lot of people haven't. And these days, I work with a lot of different companies who have different policies for remote work, part-time in office, work from anywhere types of situations. And the thing is, we haven't really been trained to be super productive in these remote situations. So that's what we're going to talk about today. How to be insanely productive when you work from home or when you work anywhere really outside your office, any type of a remote situation. So if you need a little bit more productivity, or if you'd like a little bit more productivity because you have success on your brain, then stick around because that's what we're going to do. First, check and see if you're a subscriber, and if not, click the button and the bell so that you'll learn whenever we drop videos like this to help you live a happier and more successful life. I'll be back in just a second.
GILD Coaching. More success, less stress.
It is easy to fall off track when you work remotely. It's easy to fall off track when you don't have somebody there keeping tabs on you all the time. I was having a discussion the other day with one of our children who's looking at colleges, and we were talking about different college environments, and she turned one of them down specifically because there's a lot of online learning involved with one particular opportunity that she had. She said, no, I do better when I am in a classroom environment. A lot of people do better when they are in an office environment. Some people don't, but many people do. And the reason is that they need accountability with productivity. So today I'm going to go through several ways that you can stay productive while you're working from home or really working from any remote situation. So you want to take notes on this. If you don't have something to take notes with, open the comment section. You can take notes there. And then if you like this video, you can pop back to it from your list of liked videos and reread your notes. They'll always be there for you, notes that you can't lose. So number one, you've got to have a morning routine. Set your alarm, go through a normal morning routine, normal morning habits, have office hours, especially if you have a lot of freedom. Make sure that you, for yourself, set normal office hours. Act as though you were going to an office. When you get ready for the day, it signals you subconsciously to transition mentally. So that will help you really stay focused. I realize that it's easy to get off track. The doorbell rings, the phone rings, your dog barks, noise happens outside and you want to go investigate it. I get that things happen, but if you act as though you are going to an office, dress professionally, even though you're at home. I know a lot of people say, great, I can just, stay in my PJs. Don't do that. Set a morning routine, behave like a professional. And then at the end of your workday, you can always take a well-deserved shower and change right back into your PJs if you want, or if you're like me, your workout clothes, and go get a second workout in, but I'm a weirdo. Number two, set daily goals and set weekly goals. I teach time management, and one of the things that I teach in time management is that everyone should have a weekly meeting with themselves before the week starts. Mine takes about 30 minutes and it's on Sunday. I review the goals of the past week. I look at what I accomplished. If I didn't accomplish something, I look at what they were and why do I need to forward those or whatever. And then I also look at what's to come, what I have to do, what I'd like to do, all of the possibilities for the coming week. And then I set up goals when they're going to get accomplished. Take a few minutes each day to review your plan and then use those daily objectives to build up to that larger weekly goal. And that contributes to projects and assignments, all sorts of things. That also works in your personal life. So that's not just a professional tip. Make time for breaks, but take your breaks at those defined times. It's very easy to say, oh, I'm just really not into this, I'm going to take a break. And then you fall into a rabbit hole of laundry or relaxing or a little bit too long of a lunch or that show that you really like to binge. Set aside time frequently throughout your day to get away from your desk, get away and refresh, and then go back. And then also the freedom to stop and reflect during your day so that you will be less likely to experience burnout and you can focus on those goals even better. Use time management techniques, alarms, reminders, things like that. Anything that can help you monitor how long you're spending on certain tasks. There are lots of different schools of thought with time management techniques, but I really like blocking out of time where you pre-program your calendar with everything that's important to you, and then you can block out time for work tasks in between all of that. And that way you still have balance in your life and you're not experiencing that burnout. Designate a workspace. Do not take your laptop into your bedroom and sit on your bed. Do not use your couch or your living area as your workspace. If you're in a very small space and you're like, those are the only areas that I have something that's different. Instead of sitting on your couch with your coffee table or whatever, maybe get a poof and sit on the floor, or buy a small standing desk that can collapse and go under your bed. I realize that not everybody has the space that others do in their home. So find something that works for you that's different than the resources that you use in your other areas of life. So have a designated workspace. Set a boundary for it. Let other people in your household, if you live with other people, let them know what you're doing. That you designate this certain area during these certain times as your home office, off limits when you're working, that sort of thing. When you take breaks, so important. When you take breaks, don't take this thing with you. Take breaks. Listen to birds. Get fresh air. If it's raining, fantastic. Get an umbrella and go outside anyway. If you're like me and you're like, no, my hair will get all frizzy, pull it up, put on a hat, get an umbrella and go outside. Taking your breaks outdoors is a really effective method for reducing stress, which is very, very important when you're working from home. Keep a schedule. Try to schedule your lunch break around the same time every day. And I'm not saying it has to be at noon or at 1. I'm just saying pay attention to the rhythm of your body when your body usually becomes hungry. Like, for example, me, I don't usually become hungry until 1:30 to 2:30 in the afternoon. So I have this window, 1:30 to 3, and that's, I don't take an hour and a half long lunch break. It would be fine if I did, because it'd be my business and not yours, but I don't take an hour and a half long lunch break, but that's the window where I give myself freedom to break for refreshment. And my lunch break includes exercise, it includes stretching, it includes hydration, it includes nutrition. So make sure that you have a general idea of when that lunch break is going to happen. So that gives you a way to plan a longer break where you can schedule, like I do, a quick workout session or meditation before getting back to work. Participate in online training. This is very, very important. Focus on your professional development and focus on your personal development. Seek out other available online training. GILD has several programs that are virtual. They're actually hybrid. You can get coaching alongside with them, but you also can boost your skills and deepen your professional and personal repertoire through our programs. Seek out something like that can give you increasing knowledge. It helps you stay motivated to succeed. And even taking time for things like that during the day, some people will say, well, I can't do that. That's personal. It's actually not. It's professional development for you to personally progress on your journey. And so that has to do with work because it's going to make you better at work. Schedule FaceTime with colleagues, even if you have to meet virtually. Schedule FaceTime with them once a week, once every other week. Even if it's only 15 minutes, it doesn't have to be a long meeting. Seeing each other, communicating verbally can help you and your teammates plan and collaborate more effectively. So scheduling that regular FaceTime also helps you stay connected and keeps you from feeling too isolated. Make sure that you're asking for positive feedback. And I don't mean like, only give me positive feedback. All feedback is positive. So make sure that you're asking for feedback in a positive way. Ask your supervisor to give you an understanding of how your team is moving forward and where you are in there. That gives you feedback. Ask them to continually have a conversation with you about your performance so that you can know if any changes ever need to be made and nothing is going to take you by surprise. Knowing exactly where you stand will help you know where you can improve, what aspects of your work are above standard, what you can be especially proud of, and it can also help you stay excited about your work. If you have virtual meetings, contribute to them. A lot of people say, I just don't even turn my camera on. No, contribute, be active, be part of them. Really try to participate with the other people who are involved, because it might just be you in your home office, but there are other people involved. Make sure, this one's very, very important, schedule your specific work hours. And this is more important in my case because I tend to naturally be a little bit of a workaholic. In my case, the specific work hours force me to shut off. It's a really good boundary. Your work schedule will flow more efficiently, and then you'll have balance so that your personal life can also flow more efficiently. Do your best to stay organized. Clutter-free space is a happy space. Develop a system for keeping important files. I have a dear friend who's like, I know everything that's in these piles. I'm like, ugh, I know, but it's just not good practice. A cluttered space indicates a cluttered mind. So just no matter the method that you choose, stay consistent and organize your space and your files if you are not paperless. Make sure that you have a wellness routine that's well defined and that you stay true to it. Staying healthy positively impacts how you perform at work, and it can make or break your productivity. And then make sure that you're communicating. Telecommuting can make communication difficult. It can also be difficult to tell if you're communicating enough. So stay in contact with your teammates and your manager, and actually just ask them, do you hear from me enough? Do you hear from me too much? Use your regular communication channels and make sure that you just continually reach out. And lastly, take time off. It is so difficult when you first transition to working from home because it's your home environment. And so everything becomes very muddled. Have very, very clear defined boundaries about work hours and then also taking time off. I have one client who I've been working with for a while, a dear, dear soul who I love dearly. And this person works from home a lot. And I have to check in occasionally and make sure hey, it's Sunday. So I'd really like you to not even set foot inside your office today, because she has a dedicated work area, a dedicated room. Give yourself time off, not just a weekend or one day or a few hours, but make sure that you are taking your vacation. Make sure that you're prioritizing your mind. Make sure that you're prioritizing your body, and that time off is integral to that success. All right, I hope that this has been of help to you. Give me a thumbs up if it has, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you learn the next time we drop a video like this to help you live a happier and more productive life. See you soon.